Alrighty, what's up, fellas? What's up? It's Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. It's only 4 games tonight, so we got a small slate, but Prizepicks giving us some really good discounts tonight. We got a 0.5 point prop, free square on Cooper Flagg's points. And this expires at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, so in 25 minutes. So, for sure, I already saw somebody asking about it. We are for sure going to build out a slip today to give some plays to pair with this Cooper Flag free square. I don't know yet how many plays I'm going to pair with this. Usually, when it's like a free square, I try and just find one play that I feel really good about and pair that with the free pick. But there's a couple plays I'm looking at for tonight that we'll talk about and we'll give out, with this free pick. I really wish that this stayed up a little bit later. Like, I wish it was available until the game started, because there could be some really good plays that pop up on stream. Because we got to wait for starting lineups in this Pacers game. The Pacers are going to be without Jarris Walker. So we'll see what they do with their starting lineup. I think Jarris has been coming off the bench, but the Knicks don't have OG Anunoby tonight. I'm guessing Landry Shamet will start, but we'll see what happens there. And then like Benedict Mathurin, he's available to make his Clippers debut. I think there's a chance Benedict Mathurin could start. If he's starting, I really like his fantasy score. But we're not going to get any of this news before this free square goes away. So it's kind of annoying, but I'll still give out at least a play or two to pair with this. And I'll do that before it expires. But first, I want to say what's up to everybody in chat. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. I know it's only a 4-game slate tonight. It's probably going to be a short stream, but I still really do appreciate everyone who comes into the streams every day. I see a lot of you guys. It's a lot of the same people in these streams every day. So really do appreciate everyone who tunes in. Hopefully these streams are helpful to you guys. We can make you some money. Yesterday, our stream slip should have freaking hit, man. It's so annoying. We took Scottie Pippen Fantasy, which was pretty much sweat-free. That hit easily. And then we took Dylan Cardwell PR, which hit, and then they stat corrected and took a rebound away. So we finished with 17. We had over 17 and a half. So annoying, man. But we'll try and find some good plays today and hopefully find some winners to pair with this free pick. But Michael, appreciate you tuning in, my man. Openly opinionated. Appreciate you tuning in. He says, what it do? How are you? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I played some golf today. Didn't play that well. I ain't played golf in a month or so. Shot a 100. Not a great game for me. I don't know if any of you guys in chat play golf. I play golf usually once a week, but it's been so cold I haven't played in a month. So I went out there today and did not play well, but it's still fun. I always enjoy playing golf. But having a good day so far, man, and hopefully we can win some money on this little 4-game slate tonight. Yeah, Michael says hit the like button on your way in. For sure, hit the like button. Appreciate all you guys tuning in as always. Definitely hit that like button. Helps to get these streams out, trying to reach more people, trying to make you guys money, and always appreciate everyone who comes into the streams. Lost out on my big parlay because Darnold took a 6-yard loss with 2 minutes left. Damn, so my buddy, he had a slip he put in for the Super Bowl. He did a second half slip. He had Darnold, it was a 6-pick, and the only leg that lost was Darnold under 1.5 rush attempts. And that play cost him it was like $10 to win $250. And that play cost him, I know what play you're talking about. It was a 6-yard, it was a play where Darnold was trying to hand it off, but it was a miscommunication. And yeah, they called that a 6-yard loss, and that cost my buddy his parlay too. So that sucks, man. Just how it goes sometimes. You'll have those bad beats, no doubt. They suck, but it is what it is. Abe says, what's good, Noah? What's up, Abe? What's up, my man? Sucks that LeBron got ruled out. Yeah, I felt really good about that LeBron prop. Gave out LeBron's fantasy score on Patreon today. I was expecting Luka to be out. He did get ruled out. And then, of course, LeBron gets ruled out too. Lakers are pretty much punting the game tonight. They're sitting LeBron, sitting Austin Reeves, sitting Luka. I always am kind of intrigued in these situations when, it's a bunch of players who don't typically get a ton of minutes that, you have to project. So, we're seeing props on Bronny James. We're seeing props on Dalton Connect. I was actually going to look at some of these props for the Lakers, see if I could find anything I liked. It's just a tough situation, man. They're on a back-to-back. They're 12.5-point underdogs. But Like, Dalton Connect's a player that when he gets minutes, like, he can score. He can produce. Like, 7.5 points for Dalton Connect in this situation kind of feels low. But, like, I just don't know how many minutes he plays. Like, he's really been out of the rotation, so it's tough. Bronny's going to play tonight. He's going to play, like, 15 minutes. He might play more. Nobody ever wants to bet on Bronny, but, I mean, he's going to have to play because they're just so thin. And if it's a blowout, you know Bronny's getting garbage time, too. But that's probably a situation I'll just kind of stay away from, I guess. Like, I don't feel super confident in any of these Lakers props. I think Connect would be the one guy that I could really see taking on a big role. But, like, he's just been so buried in the rotation that I just don't know if, like, he just comes out of nowhere and plays, like, 25, 30 minutes. I doubt it. But DeAndre Ayton's still he's questionable. We'll see if he plays. But they still have Jake LaRavia. They still have Rui. They still have Vanderbilt. They've got like 12 available players or 13 available players. So they still have a lot of bodies tonight. But I am kind of intrigued by that Dalton Connect points prop. Like if you made me bet on one guy to outproduce their projections tonight, it would be Connect. I think Connect's definitely being a little bit undervalued. Interesting. I didn't even know those Lakers props were up right now. Can we get a snipe before the reverse snipe? I chose Jarris Walker and he may be out. I mean, I don't think we're going to get any news. Like the starting lineups for the Pacers-Knicks game won't come out till after the flag discount goes away. So, yeah, there's probably not going to be anything worth sniping. So I'm just going to go ahead and give out a couple plays I like to use with this discount. So that way everybody has time to get it in because it does go away in like 20 minutes. So the first prop I'm looking at that I do like for tonight, I was surprised this line didn't get bumped. So OG Anunoby is out again for the Knicks. I'm expecting Landry Shamet to start. He started last game. OG was out. But we did see Jose Alvarado come off the bench and play 25 minutes. And Jose Alvarado historically has been a fairly productive player when he gets minutes. We can take a look at his fantasy points per minute, like in his career. So it's always tougher projecting a player on a new team. But if we just look in Alvarado's career, he's been a guy that typically averages like close to a fantasy point per minute. His rookie year with the Pelicans, 1.05 fantasy points per minute, 0.88, 0.88, 0.96. This season, 0.82. So if we project him for like 24, 25 minutes, I think he projects for like 20 fantasy points. So I think 18.5 like looks a little bit like a low line. Also, I do like the matchup for him against the Pacers. I think since he's coming off the bench, a lot of his minutes are probably going to match up with TJ McConnell. And like TJ McConnell, I mean, he's a pesky guy, but like he's not a good defender. He's very undersized. I mean, compared to Alvarado, they're about the same height. But I do like the matchup for Alvarado here. And if he plays 25 minutes again, like he did last game, I mean, I think we got a pretty good chance at 18.5 fantasy. He's a guy that can get steals, which are big for fantasy score. He had 2 steals last game. So I like that play. I like Alvarado for more than 18.5 fantasy. Right now, without Miles McBride, like I think Alvarado's kind of that. He's like their quote-unquote 6th man right now, without OG. Because, like, Alvarado's going to... I want to say last game he was, like, one of the first subs off the bench. He should play, like, all the minutes that Jalen Brunson doesn't play. He should play those minutes. So, he's definitely he should be productive in those minutes. He might get some minutes alongside Brunson. He definitely will get minutes alongside Brunson. And this game does have a double-digit spread. If it's a blowout, I could see Alvarado getting extended minutes if it's a blowout. Now, I don't think he would play, like, if they're up 30 with, like, 3 minutes left, like, he's not going to be out there. But if they're up 30 going into the fourth quarter, like, maybe they let Alvarado play, 5 or 6 minutes to start the fourth quarter until they bring in, like, the end-of-the-bench guys. So there's a lot of paths for Alvarado to get 18.5 fantasy points here. I feel like this line should be, like, 20.5. I think 18.5 is a couple points too low. So I do like that for tonight. And then I was looking for a third pick. Typically, I do like to try and do 3 picks. But again, like for the free squares, if there's a play like I'm really, really confident in, like I'll just pair that with the free square. I do like this Alvarado play a lot, but it's not like like a injury news play or something like that I feel really, really confident in. But I still think it's really good. But I was looking at Benedict Matherin's fantasy score, taking that over. First game on a new team, always a little bit tough to predict and project, but it's kind of a similar situation. Like Matherin's a productive player when he gets minutes. There's a chance he could start here. And I'm expecting Mathurin to play like a lot, pretty much all the minutes that Kawhi doesn't play. Mathurin should be out there. So Mathurin's going to probably have good usage for the Clippers team. Obviously they don't have Harden anymore, so like they don't really have like a big usage guy. Zubac's not on the team anymore. And Mathurin's one of these players that like he can soak up usage. He'll take shot attempts. He'll be aggressive offensively. He's going to be playing alongside some lower usage players. So I think I like this as our 2 picks. We're going to do this as a 3-pick lineup. We did just get the Pacers. Jarris Walker was ruled out, but he's doubtful. And then Michael Porter's available. I don't think we're going to get starting lineups for those teams. Maybe we do. I doubt it, though. Let's just go ahead and lock this in. Since the free square does expire in 15 minutes, let's go ahead and lock this in. This will be we'll do 2 picks to pair with the free square. So, $5 to win 30. Whatever, your max is on the free square, I typically say, especially for free picks, like for free squares, you should always be betting the max. You don't have to bet the max on one slip, but you definitely, if you're able to play $10, $20, $30 on free squares, like you should be maxing those out because, those are the best discounts. I can only do 5. I'm sure it's probably like that for a lot of you guys too, but we'll still play it anyway because it's a free pick, so why not? So yeah, feel free to tell guys if you would like to. Hopefully this little slip here can cash and we can make some money tonight. Let me text somebody real quick. Okay. And then if you guys have any questions for tonight, we'll definitely answer some questions over like the next 15 to 20 minutes. It won't be a super long stream today because again, it's it's a small slate, but still want to try and help you guys make some money tonight and hopefully lead you on a path to success. And hopefully we can cash our stream slip as well. Abe says this stream cured my cancer. Jesus. Love to hear that, I guess. Great picks. Let's cash. Hey, let's get it, man. Let's get it. Spurs or Lakers, who win? I would hope the Spurs win. They're favored by 12.5. Lakers don't have half their team, so yeah, I would hope the Spurs win. I don't play golf, but I stay at Topgolf with the homies. Damn, so we got people. None of you guys play golf, huh? Golf is something that I've really taken up like the last few years. I used to really not be into it, but I would say like the last 3 or 4 years, I've really gotten into golf. I'm not very good, but I enjoy playing. Thanks for the stream, Noah. As usual, Durant under points with Kawhi on him. What do you think? We can take a look at that one. Take a look at that one. So KD's points props at 24.5. We could probably go over to our fellow friends over at Props Madness. We can take a look at some Kawhi or some KD props tonight. I was looking at some Luke Cornett props. Somebody in my Discord was asking me about Luke Cornett. Let's take a look at KD this season. So 24.5 points. He's over this line. 56% of games this year. Let's take a look at the Clippers matchup since you were asking about him being guarded by Kawhi. So he has faced the Clippers twice this year, and he is under this line in both games. 37 minutes, shot 5 for 14, and then 29 minutes, blowout, shot 8 for 15. I don't think it's the greatest spot for KD, especially if he is guarded by Kawhi. You look at where the Clippers rank this year, like KD, 17% of his points come from free throws. Clippers top 10, not allowing free throws. They've been about middle of the pack and spot up, middle of the pack in isolation. The matchup's okay, but it's not great. Like it's definitely, I would say, a less than appealing matchup for KD. 24.5. Like let's look at sportsbook odds. So most sportsbooks have his line either at 24.5. If it's at 23.5, it's heavily juiced to the over. That's probably a play I just kind of stay away from. I'd lean the under, honestly, if I had to pick a side there. FanDuel has it slightly juiced to the under. Don't love the spot for KD, definitely. But we'll see. Maybe he hits. But yeah, I don't love that play personally. If you're taking if you're taking the under, I think that's fine. I wouldn't be a big fan of the over there. Zane says he just got done playing golf. Hey, let's go, Zane. What'd you shoot? I'm like a 20. I think I'm like a 24 handicap. If I have a 24 handicap, do I really even have a handicap? Like I really don't. I keep my score just to because I try and see improvement, but I really just go out there and just try and get better. Like I'm not. I know I'm not gonna ever play golf for money or compete. I just go out there just to have fun. But it's definitely golf is one of those sports like when you start off you're gonna be really bad, but as you play more you'll just start to get better. And when you start hitting better shots, like it just keeps you going back. You start getting better at putting and chipping. Like once you get a hang of everything, like it really gets addicting. The only thing that sucks about golf is it's just like it's an expensive sport. You got to buy clubs, you got to buy accessories, you got to pay to play. It gets a little pricey. Why are you limited in plays? Are you asking like on my Prizepicks account? I mean, my Prizepicks account's been limited for like a year, over a year. Once you make a lot of money on Prizepicks, like you basically just get shut off pretty much. Luckily, I was able to make a good amount of money before I got shut off, but yeah, I can only play $5 per slip, and I can only play max $25 a day. So I can play five $5 slips. It sucks, but I've kind of made all the money I can, I think, at this point. My fiance got very into playing on Prizepicks. She was pretty good at it, and her account got limited too, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Bronny's on the board. Bronny's on the board. He's going to get minutes tonight for sure. If the Lakers are punting, would you aim for any Spurs unders? I mean, if you want to play for the blowout, I guess you could. It's such a good matchup, though, for these Spurs guys. Like, they're going to be facing a bunch of backups. Like, the Spurs should be really effective scoring tonight. I could definitely see a scenario where, like, some of the Spurs guys only play 3 quarters, but, like, they still go over a lot of their props. The sites didn't really adjust their lines much at all after the news hit that, the guys weren't playing. The spread was what really got impacted. I mean, if I was betting on a blowout, like, I think I would look at maybe, like, a Dylan Harper over, because I think Dylan Harper would probably play in a blowout. He's already going to get minutes, and if it's a blowout, he'll get extended minutes. So, like, that's something I would probably do if I was going to play for a blowout instead of taking unders on the main guys, I think. Kennard may do a little something, too. Yeah, Kennard's going to get opportunity for sure. For sure. Now, he's one of those players that, like, he relies on his teammates getting him set up. Like, Kennard's not really he's not, bringing the ball up the court, creating his own shot. He's kind of relying on his teammates to get him the ball in his shooting spots. But if the Lakers can do that, I mean, he's going to have to shoot for sure. There's so much usage available when you take out LeBron, Reeves, and Luka. I think there's been one game this year without, I haven't pulled up on my other monitor, I'll pull it up over here. There's been one game this year without Reeves, Luka, and LeBron. They played the Blazers on, I think this was like in November. You can see they started Rui, Laravia, Ayton, Smart, and Connect. Now, they don't have Marcus Smart tonight as well. But also in this game, they didn't have Maxi Kleber. He's available to play today. They didn't have this Thiero guy. He doesn't play much, but he's available. They have, like, who else is available? Like, obviously, Kennard's on the team now. So it's definitely a different scenario now than it was back in November. But you can kind of see how things played out last time all of Luka, LeBron, and Reeves were out. Big game from Rui, big game from Nick Smith Jr., big game from Ayton. Connect did start last time all those guys were out. I doubt he starts tonight. I'd be highly surprised if he did, but it's worth noting at least. Bronny got 19 minutes. He's probably going to play similar minutes tonight. But they only played 9 guys last time. They're going to play probably 12 guys tonight because they have just way more players available. But yeah, that's kind of what the Lakers box score could look like tonight with so many guys out, because this was how it was last time they didn't have their main guys. It's only one game, but yeah, you get the idea. Do you like AJ DeBansta for 20 points? I know that's a college player. I know he's like a really good college player, but that's all I know about him. I don't know shit about college basketball, I'll be honest. Gillespie for 4.5 assists. We can take a look at Colin Gillespie assists. Let's see. Let's go over to Props Madness, take a look at Gillespie's assist. So I know right now the Suns don't have Grayson Allen. He is out for this game. So let's look at games this year without Grayson Allen. Let's see. Let's go to assist. So without Grayson Allen, he is over this assist line. It's 12 out of 18 games, so that's a plus. That's good to see. But now let's take a look at games with Devin Booker, because I think some of these games were also without Devin Booker, if I believe. Oh no, Booker played in all those games. Okay. So in 18 games without Grayson and with Booker, Gillespie is over 4.5 assists in 12 out of 18 games. So good hit rate there. Looking at sportsbook odds, most sportsbooks have his over favored. FanDuel minus 122, DraftKings minus 125, MGM minus 125, Caesars minus 127, Hard Rock minus 130. I don't hate the play there on Gillespie's assist. See, matchup-wise, if we look at the matchup, Mavs 19th in assists allowed, so bottom half of the league. So that's a plus if we're just talking about assist. I mean, you can see like his potential assists in these games: 6, 5, 8, 7. Had a 15 game, 13. Okay, it is. So Jalen Green didn't play in some of these games. Let's look at games with Jalen Green. So let's see, with Devin Booker and with Jalen Green. Okay, so he's only played one game with Booker, with Green, and without Allen. He did play 28 minutes, had 2 assists on 6 potentials. But he's had a pretty good ball handling role this year. Gillespie has. I still think that's an okay over. I do. Definitely Jalen Green playing is not great because like you look, a lot of these games were without Jalen Green. But Gillespie's had a good ball handling role this year. He's got a good hit rate on this line without Grayson Allen. Minutes should be there too. I mean, last game, how many minutes did Gillespie play? Because I want to say Grayson was out last game. I believe he was. Yeah, he was out. So he last played February 5th. So let's see. Yeah, last game was without Grayson. Gillespie played 28 minutes. I'm pretty sure he started too, if I remember correctly. Let me check that though. But I'm pretty sure he started. I would think he starts again if he did start last game. Let's see. Yeah, he did start. He didn't play that well. 2 for 11 shooting. Had 2 assists. But minutes should be there. Like, let's take a look. Let's see. He played 28 minutes last game. Let's look at games this year with at least 28 minutes. Let's filter that. So this season, when Gillespie has played at least 28 minutes, he's over this assist line 18 out of 32 games. So still a pretty decent hit rate. So yeah, I think that's solid. I don't mind that play at all. I took early last night, Spurs minus 7.5. Hey, you got some good CLV there for sure. Hopefully they can. I mean, you would think the Spurs could cover. Hopefully they do. What's up, Noah? Wins or losses? I'm a loyal fan. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You like Rui props tonight and Caleb Martin props? Rui, I think, will have a big role. We showed it on screen. There's only been one game this year without Luka, LeBron, and Reeves, and Rui did start, played 38 minutes, had 28 points. I worry about blowout. Also, the matchup's not very good against the Spurs, but Rui's going to have a big role. I mean, the offense is definitely going to kind of run through him and Laravia for the most part. So, if I was looking at some of his props, like if I was going to bet an over on Rui, honestly, I think fantasy score would be my favorite play. I mean, his PRA line is 22.5, so there's only a 2-point difference between his PRA and his fantasy. Rui's not like a big steals and blocks guy, but he probably gets 1 or 2 maybe. He's typically not a guy that really turns the ball over at all, so you don't have to worry about him losing points typically. I don't hate Rui's over fantasy. If it's a competitive game, I would bet Rui goes over this. If Rui goes under, it's probably because they get blown out and like they just can't produce, they can't put up points, they're struggling to score. But if the Lakers keep it somewhat close, I'd bet Rui goes over 24.5 fantasy. And then Caleb Martin, I'm a little bit iffy on Caleb Martin. I think there's a chance he could go back to the bench tonight. He did start last game. I thought PJ Washington was going to start since he came back from injury, but they brought him off the bench. I think there's definitely a chance PJ Washington starts tonight. So if PJ Washington's starting, Caleb Martin goes back to the bench, obviously he's going to probably project for fewer minutes. He's been playing really well lately. He's had some big games as of late. Like, he's definitely been outperforming his projections, but like they have Chris Middleton now, so they have another forward wing that, could take minutes away from Caleb. Caleb's typically not a player that, produces well per minute. Like, even if he plays like 20 minutes, he could still like do nothing because he's just not a super high usage player. So yeah, Caleb Martin props I'd be hesitant on. The Rui ones, I don't mind if you think the Lakers keep it close. Sign up for Props Madness using your code. Hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, you get 25% off your first month of Props Madness. Great site. Like, I've never partnered up with any sort of... I've only partnered up with like 3 sites. Prizepicks, Sleeper, and Better. This is the first time I've ever partnered up with like a site that's not, you know, a gambling site. I mean, this is like more of a data site. I'm typically one of those people, like, I'll do my research manually. Like, I'll look stuff up on StatMuse. I'll look stuff up on the NBA website. But having Props Madness, like, everything is here. You don't have to really go onto any other sites. They have all the matchup data you need, pace stats, you know, defensive rating, the stuff that you would typically find on the NBA website. You can just get it on Props Madness. It just makes things so much easier. So if you guys want to sign up, use code NOAH, 25% off your first month. It's $20 per month. So if you use the promo code, it's $15, which, I mean, that's super, super cheap. I mean, what is that? Like 50 cents a day. And you can cancel at any time. So if you use it for a month and it's not helping you and you don't like it, then you can cancel. But I would recommend you guys at least try it out. And make sure to use that code so you get that discount. Because if you don't use the code, you don't get a discount. And obviously, you know, it helps me when you guys use the code. So I really appreciate everyone who supports me, my channel, signs up using my code. Obviously, I get a kickback from that. So thank you to everyone who does support me in that way. And hopefully, I'm giving you guys some winning plays to make you some money and make it beneficial to you as well. But yeah, the Cooper Flag free square just went away. I wonder what so the next taco's already up. Devin Booker's points. We can maybe use something for this. We'll see. We'll wait. We'll stay on stream for a few more minutes. We'll see if anything pops up for this Pacers and Knicks game. Like, if we have a starting lineup change or something. I doubt. Like, I would expect the starting lineups to be what they normally are. The Knicks are a team, like, they pretty much run like the same starters every game. Like, they rarely have starting lineup changes. The Pacers can sometimes make changes, but I doubt they do that. But we'll definitely have to see for that game at least. We'll stay on stream for probably like 5 more minutes or so. Lauri Markkanen's out for rest tomorrow. Like, the Jazz are such a joke, man. They're such a joke. They're resting a guy when the All-Star break is literally starts on Thursday night or Friday. Like, you're about to have a week off and you're resting a guy. I mean, I guess it is a back-to-back. The Jazz do play tomorrow and Thursday, but the Jazz are such a shit franchise, man. The in-game taking stuff is so stupid. The coach literally admitted it too. Like, they asked him after the game, like, were you going to put the starters back in? He was like, no, like, I wasn't. It's crazy that these teams are able to do this and get away with it. It just makes the product so shit. Like, who the hell wants to watch a game where teams are purposely trying to lose? Like, it's such a joke. The NBA's definitely got to fix the whole tanking crap. How you feel about Brandon Williams' fantasy score? Yeah, I see Brandon Williams is a popular play today. I mean, so he's had a pretty good role this year off the bench, but so Dallas, they got Chris Middleton. They still have they have a lot of depth. Like, they still have a lot of bodies. I know Williams has been kind of producing well lately, but he's still probably only going to play like low 20s minutes. His minutes as of late, let's look at those real quick. Let's switch over to Props Madness and look at those. So, first of all, let's just take a look at sportsbook odds. So, Pinnacle has his line at almost all the sportsbooks have his line slightly juiced to the under. I wouldn't be surprised if this play goes under, honestly. But let's just take a look at Brandon Williams this season. So, sure, he's gone over this line over half his games. Let's look at games, though, with Cooper Flag, because Flag's playing. With PJ, because PJ's playing. With Max Christie, because he's playing. He's still got a pretty good hit rate on this line. As of late, he's been playing what, you know, he had a game where he scored 13 points in 9 minutes. Like, that's just not sustainable. 15 points in 21 minutes. 20 points in 23 minutes. So he's typically been playing like about 20 minutes. Let's just project him for like 20 to 22 minutes. So with 20 to 22 minutes this year, 3 out of 5 games he's gone over, averaging 13.6 points. That was with Cooper Flag. Let's just take Flag out. So just 6 games this year with 20 to 22 minutes. He's over this line half his games. Like, it just feels like one of those plays that, like, I don't know. But Brandon Williams fantasy, that's what you asked about. The points I'm iffy on. Let's take a look at his fantasy though. Fantasy is at 20.5. I mean, he's typically like a fantasy point per minute guy. But like I said, he probably plays like 20 minutes, probably projects for like 21 fantasy points. Like, I just don't think it's that great. It's okay, but it's not a play. I'm not like running to bet Brandon Williams overs today. I don't think there's enough value there. The lines are kind of already a little bit inflated because of, you know, his recent performances. He has been playing well lately though. I mean, you can just look at his games. I mean, he's over this line in what? Like his last 10 games, I mean, he's over in, 9 out of 10. His last 20 games over in 15 out of 20. He's definitely been playing well, but some of these games, 8 for 12 shooting, 5 for 7 shooting, 6 for 10 shooting. Like, he's shooting, 60% from the field in a lot of these games. Okay, we just got the Pacers starting lineup. Nembhard, Jackson, Naismith, Siakam, and Potter. Very interesting. They don't have any props on Quentin Jackson. They don't have any props on Potter, but they do have props up for Jay Huff, and I think Jay Huff was expected to start. So we could look at taking some Jay Huff unders. Maybe under 14.5 PR. I swear I've taken Jay Huff unders before, and like he kills me every time. But Jay Huff's not starting when he was projected to start. I like this. I'm going to pair this with the Taco. I think there's some value there. Matchup against the Knicks is definitely not great. The Knicks don't have Mitchell Robinson tonight, so, I mean, the matchup's a little bit better than it normally would be. But if Huff isn't starting, I think 14.5 PR, that under looks pretty good. So if you guys want to play to pair with the next Taco, I like that one. Let me look at, let's see. Jay Huff, points plus rebounds off the bench this season. So, just like his last 7 or 8 games coming off the bench. 4 PR, 16, 10, 0, 4, 17, 22. Jay Huff, like, he's such a weird player. He's had games where he has absolutely crushed this year, and he's had games where he barely plays. Like, there's such a wide range of outcomes for him. They just locked the PR line, then they unlocked it. Let's see if any of his props change at all. I'm assuming they will. Okay, they're locking a lot of his lines. But 14.5 PR is still up. Honestly, you could also take under 16.5 PRA too. I think that would be okay as well. Did y'all get that? Anybody get that? If they tried to tail? If you couldn't get PR, I think you can take PRA instead. That's probably just as good. So yeah, you could definitely take that instead. If Ayton can't get 13 points tonight with everyone out, that's just sad. He's been so disappointing this season. He has been disappointing. But the matchup's bad. Like, going up against Wemby's not ideal. But, I mean, last time, you saw last time they had no Luka, Reeves, LeBron. I mean, Ayton scored like 20-something points. So, we'll see what happens, I guess. You like Jose for 6 points? I think that's safe. I mean, I guess if you want to take that, you could. I've said this before, though. I try and stay away from the goblins on Prizepicks. Like, the payouts are not good. They're not worth it. How about Leonard Fantasy Score? I got golf two to 3 times a week, and Arizona, and retired. Man, Timothy, you're living the life, my man. Leonard Fantasy Score is tough. Like, Kawhi's been so good this year without Harden and Zubac, but this is a really, really bad matchup. 48.5, given the matchup, feels like a pretty good line. If the line was like 44.5, I'd like the over. If the line was like 50.5, I think I'd like the under. So like 48.5 just kind of feels like right in the middle where, I don't know. Obviously, though, Kawhi's been crushing lately without Harden and Zubac. I mean, they're just running the whole offense through Kawhi. If you think matchups don't matter, then yeah, take his over. But the matchup scares me for sure. I'm hesitant to go into that, to bet into that at least. Booker's back. Is this his first game back? I think it's like his third game back. He's been back a few games. No, it's his second game back. He came back last game, played 32 minutes. So yeah, this is his second game back. Okay, the Knicks are starting Landry Shamet, so that's as expected. But yeah, if you guys want to play for the Booker taco, I do like this under on J Huff. His PR line did bump down a point, but his PRA stayed the same, so probably more value in this than there is in the PR now. Dylan Harper fantasy score, that was one that I kind of liked, honestly. I think if that game turns into a blowout, that's going to benefit Dylan Harper. He probably gets garbage time. And there's a very good chance that the Spurs blow out the Lakers because, you know, the Lakers are sitting everybody. So, yeah, I don't mind that play on Dylan Harper. He's going to play like 20 minutes, 20 to 22 minutes anyways. If it's a blowout, he could play like 26, 27 minutes. OG Savage says, stop tanking my bankroll, Noah. OG, you should stop watching them, my man. Stop watching. What's crazy is the people, like, no offense, OG Savage, but the people who comment these dumbass comments saying, stop making me lose money, blah, blah, blah. These people have been watching for years. Like, you can see on YouTube how long people have been commenting. These people have been watching my videos for years. Like, if I was so bad at this, why would people still be watching my videos? Ever think about it that way? Got the PR for something light, didn't nuke it this time. Yeah, that's definitely not like a nuke play by any means. Huff could still go over. He could. But coming off the bench, there was value on his unders. These live streams are helpful. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate that, Regal. Glad you enjoy the streams, man. Just trying to help people make money. That's all I'm doing. You know, I've been here forever. Shut up, dog. I'm trolling. I can never tell when people are trolling or when they're actually being serious. I don't care about the hate comments. Like, I don't care anyway. People can say whatever they want. But it is funny, not necessarily saying you, but a lot of the people who do leave hate comments, like you can go and see, they've been watching my videos for years. It's like, what? It just doesn't make any sense. I'd understand if someone, you know, recently just started watching my videos and maybe we gave out some losing plays for a couple days in a row and they got frustrated and, you know, fuck you, you suck, whatever. But like, there's people who have been watching me for years and they comment like mean comments. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Got the Huff under PRA? All right, like that one for sure. For sure. That's definitely better than the PR line now. I mean, he would have to get 2 assists or more for the PRA to be better or to not be as good as the PR. And typically he's not like a big assist guy. I mean, his assists lately, he has had some assist games lately, but like maybe he gets 1 assist, maybe 2. Doubt he gets more than 2. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. Good luck, everybody. Let's win some money tonight. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. I'll see you guys in the stream tomorrow. We got a big slate tomorrow. It's the last big slate before the All-Star break. So I'll definitely be live tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to find some good plays. Maybe we'll find some late injury news. We'll snipe some plays tomorrow. Tune into the stream, though. Probably 6 p.m. Eastern time. I think the game starts at 7, so definitely an hour before lock. Or hour before the game start. We'll be live, talking through the slate, answering questions, and hopefully winning some money. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Best of luck, everybody.